edition of Tiger Time. I'm your host, Drew Elrod, Athletic Coordinator at Adairsville High School. And today we're joined with our head cross-country coach, Coach John Ford. Coach, good to have you on the show.
Good to be here.
And cross-country, Coach, is a very unique sport.
Yes.
It's a team sport in that we have boys team and a girls team, but yet you're striving as an individual runner. And so I was never a long distance runner myself, but one thing that I tell everyone that we talk about athletics is that to me, it takes a special type of athlete for cross country and wrestling.
Yes.
Two sports that are very much, again, team based, but you've got to be a little bit different and have a little
Different's a good way to put it.
Different's a good word. So talk to me first of all, just about the team, some things we've been doing in practice. We just had our first race this past week, so just give us some highlights of the team itself, and then how did we do in our last race?
So I'm really thrilled with the team so far this year, the way the team is shaping up. Like you said, it takes a unique athlete
Sure.
to want to go out and run 4 to 6 miles every day, and then run 3 miles for the race.
Right.
Several times a year. So that takes a unique mentality. So the numbers are not there.
Right.
We don't have a huge number of people wanting to come out and run with us. But those we do are passionate about running. They're thrilled to be out there. That's what they want to do.
Absolutely.
So we've got a lot of good. And some of them come out freshman year and just to try it out, and they leave every practice saying, "Oh, I hate running, but they're back every single year." And it's that internal drive, that internal competition. So practices are shaping up really well. We start out with some distance work, building endurance.
Okay.
We're starting to get into some speed work now. That the heat this year has really affected us,
Right.
because we haven't been able to get really full practices in.
Sure.
When we've got to run for 10 minutes and break for 5, it's hard to get it.
It's tough to get a flow going, but also
Yes.
those runners, that's not a typical in a race. So it's hard for them to prepare for that.
It's been very hard to prepare. In fact, the first race we were in, it's not just affecting us. It's obvious that it's affecting other teams. The varsity girls race was the first race early in the morning, and I must have seen 30, 40 girls walking in a varsity race, which is highly unusual.
Right.
But it's the heat. It's gotten everybody. So glad to have some cool weather.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had our first long run yesterday. We'll start doing some speed work this week, and get those times down.
Sure. Speaking of those times, so Aaron Solders is a sophomore, if I'm not mistaken. Is he a sophomore?
Aaron is junior.
He's a junior, okay. And he came to us, and from day one, he's been someone that has been very impressive, even his freshman year, and he's just gotten better and better. I know the last few years, guys like Griffin Bozeman that graduated, that was really good for us. So do you expect Aaron to kind of be that leader among the boys' team to kind of take us and kind of lead that group?
He and Canyon East. I think actually Aaron's a senior this year and Canyon's a junior this year.
Okay.
I expect those two guys to be really the driving force behind there. Aaron got into lifting and bulked up, which is not really great for a runner. And last year his times dropped because of that. This year we're focusing on his workouts being more endurance.
Sure.
Instead of that fast twitch muscle, we're getting those slow burn muscles.
Right.
And his times have already dropped. So we're looking for a good season for him.
Absolutely.
He's been top 3 since his freshman year.
Sure.
So we're looking for that again. We hated to lose Griffin, and
he was.
we lost a couple of
good.
others, but we've got Canyon and Aaron there, and they're really coming into their own and leading that team.
Good. Well, talk to us about the girls' team. I know that we had a freshman placed very high. One thing that's unique about cross country wrestling, we talked about that, is there's some of these freshmen, they can come in and sports like cross country or golf or whatever the case may be, it's very rare in football or baseball or basketball to see a freshman really come on the scene and do well at the varsity level. But they can in cross country, and we've had a lot of freshmen do that. So talk to us about not only our freshmen that we've got out, but just the girls team in general.
girls team in general is always harder to put together and harder to get a good solid team because there are a lot more options in the fall for girls than there are guys. Pretty much with the guys, it's either football or if they're going to do athletics, it's football or cross country. Or they do Raiders.
Yeah.
With girls, there's softball, there's volleyball, there's cross country. There's a lot of other color guard, cheer. There's a lot of other options. So we struggle to put together a solid girls team a lot. But when we do have girl runners come out, they're usually pretty driven and they're good runners. Bella Smith, our freshman, is one of those. She gets out there and she runs. She's run on her own. She probably runs 6-7 miles a day during the summer, every day.
I'm wore out.
Just loves running. She just loves running. And that's what she does. That's her passion. That's what she
awesome.
does. She runs. And she's going to be really good. She turned in a great time on Saturday and was 20th out of a pack of 120.
That's great.
So as a freshman, that's huge. So to give you an idea, that's the same course and probably a lot of the same teams we'll be running against in sectionals.
Right.
The top 20 in sectionals go to state. So she's on track to qualify for state as an individual.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
As a freshman, for
And,
sure.
As a freshman, so.
That's pretty impressive. So the meet that you referenced, that was at Heritage High School. So we have one coming up next week, the Catamount Chase. And then as you look through here, very heavy in September, pretty much, every week or every weekend, Darlington. And then we have a break at the end of September, 1st of October, and then the season's over. So we kind of blink and it's the month of September. And hopefully, like you said, we have weather like we're going to have this week because the heat is very brutal, not only for all of our fall sports, but especially runners. It's hard to get yourself ready to run if you can't run.
If you can't run, if you can't get the distance in.
Right.
And the heat kills us.
It does. Yeah.
We always struggle this time of year. Once Labor Day hits, temperatures start dropping. It becomes easier and easier to get those distance runs in. Get the kids trained.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, looking at our schedule, we're going to be in Dalton next week. And then we have some more that's kind of local. We're going to be at Woodland, Run at the Rock at Woodland. That's a pretty popular one. Dillinger Park. And we're hosting our own cross-country meet at the Adairsville Invitational on September the 23rd. And that will be our senior night that we'll have there as well. So you come out and support our cross-country team. You can find the schedule on the Adairsville Athletics website. Everything's there. And we appreciate the hard work that Coach Ford and Coach Coker that they put in on a daily basis. And you'll find this about Coach Ford and Coach Coker. A lot of times they're right in the middle of what they're doing. They're running with them and putting us all under conviction. We don't have an excuse, and so they're out there doing it. But he's always done an excellent job with this cross-country program. We're very proud of the hard work of all of our cross-country runners because it is. It's not for the faint of heart. You've got to love to do it, and it is a absolute grind. And so we definitely give kudos to all those young people that take the time to do it, and they do it quite well. So, Coach, it's good to have you on the show.
It's good to be here.
And
Thank you for having
we're
me.
looking forward to seeing you guys compete again. Check out their schedule, Adairsville Athletics website. Later this week, we're planning on having Coach Kelly Martin, our volleyball coach, on. And on Thursday, we'll have Coach John Cutt, our head football coach, talking about this past week and a very tough loss to Parapro and looking ahead to Cass High School. We got Cass coming in this Friday night to Tiger Stadium. So we'll bring all that to you later in the week. So as always, go Tigers.